Brandon Crawford Celebration Day, a multi-time World Series winner here with his family and his former manager here as well, Bruce Bochy. Brandon Crawford, just moments ago here in San Francisco, threw himself a first pitch to Buster Posey, who's got the executive look. He's done a great job building this ball club, and he made Buster work for it.
I like it. One of the big keys when you throw out a first pitch, Jason, don't bounce it.
Yeah.
And Brandon Crawford knows that. He actually pitched in a game and has a 0 ERA, but he got the VIP treatment. Well-deserved. Multi-time World Series champion, multiple Gold Gloves, Silver Slugger, All-Star games. One of the great Giants of all time, and he's got a Brandon Crawford Day, and well-deserved.
He's got a new truck now. They gave him a truck. Brandon Crawford Day here in San Francisco. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It was definitely a special day, so happy to be here.
If we were to told you you're playing in the backyard, you're like 7 years old, there was going to be a Brandon Crawford Day at the Giants, what would that kid have said?
I don't know. I wouldn't have believed you, probably. I mean, the dream was always to play for the Giants. But you know, all the other stuff on top of it. I mean, I maybe dreamed of winning one World Series with the Giants. That would have been a possibility in my dreams, but never two. And then not to win all the personal accolades I got to.
Were you nervous for the speech? Because you played in All-Star games, you played in World Series, you've done everything. But when you had to go up there and give that speech, which was great, were you nervous for that speech?
Way more nervous than any baseball game I've ever played. Not even close. I've been thinking about it for weeks.
And you were thinking who all you'd forget, and right? You're just, I don't want to forget everybody.
I feel like I had a nice speech prepared. I was just nervous to give it.
Yes.
That's the hard part.
Did you write it?
Some of it. Yeah, my sister helped me a little bit also. But.
What did she add that you didn't have in there?
It wasn't about them. My sister, if that's what you're saying.
Nice.
No, she gave me a good baseline to go off of, and then I kind of edited it from there.
What do you remember most? If we were to take like 4 posters from your time with the Giants, like pictures, 3-4 pictures, what stands out in your mind? What's brightest?
The World Series for sure. I mean, if that counts as 2, then there's half of them right there. So, yeah, I mean, the World Series, you can't top the World Series. You go into every spring, and that's the goal as a team. And you work hard every day. I mean, AJ, how hard it is to win a World Series. I mean, that's just the ultimate goal. So, that's definitely 1 and 2. And then my debut is probably up there, being able to not only come up with the Giants, but then hit a grand slam. In a debut was pretty special.
What was it like going down the stairs of the dugout being like, I just hit a grand slam in my Major League debut?
I couldn't believe it. Just floating.
Brandon Crawford joins us here from the booth. We do have the file picture of you with the sign as a kid. I mean, it is an amazing story that you were such a big Giants fan and that you became what you became. Like, thinking about that now and who you are for this organization, how does that hit you?
I mean, surreal, really. I feel like it just kind of came full circle. Being that kid, just hoping that the Giants don't move to Tampa, at 5 years old, and then being able to not only get drafted by them but get called up, and the World Series wins, and playing the most games at shortstop in the history of the franchise, like all that kind of stuff. Just surreal that it all happened.
What did it mean to have Buster Posey, Hunter Pence, a lot of your Joe Panik, a lot of your former teammates here? Now Buster Posey's in charge. Is he going to give you a job?
I'm not looking for one right now.
You're enjoying retirement?
But
yes.
I'm glad that I know a guy just in case. I do get the itch again. But no, it was really special to have all the former teammates that were here, some of the former coaches, any guys that drafted me, some of the scouts. It was special to have all those people there, and to be able to kind of share this moment with them.
When you look back on those teams from and obviously Bochy's a huge part of it. Ron Wodas, who was a coach when I was here, a long time before you got here. But when you see Boch and Posey and these guys, what do you think of? So I know you're going to say the World Series, but is it a camaraderie that you guys had together? Because you and Belt and Panda and all those guys, it was just such a special time. Lincecum and Matt Cain, who was also here. Like, what's the thing do you think of a family? Do you think of community? What do you think of?
I'd say just like, yeah, kind of, I mean, family, just the special times that we had together. I mean, you said not just the World Series, but obviously that was a big part of it. But also just like the World Series runs, not necessarily the win itself, but just the runs that we went on, kind of against all odds, multiple times. In 2012, being down 0-2 in Cincinnati, having to win 3 straight. They hadn't been swept, I think, at home all year, and you know that run that we had, being down 3-1 in St. Louis and coming back and winning. So I mean, I know those are part of the World Series wins, but I think those are the times I remember most, just how good we came together as a team during that time. All of us getting along and being friends, and then Boch just being that, you know, that veteran leader that kind of just pulls everybody together and just makes it feel like a family. And just obviously he pushed all the right buttons in those years also to be able to win the World Series. But so yeah, I mean, we had a lot of great times together, and that makes it even more fun.